Ay, ay. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ay, 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 ay. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ay, ay, ay. You tell me you my girl, but you telling all my business to that squirrel. I am like, what in the world? I know you were fake and phony when you said you were my homie. But for real, I know you jelly cause you lonely. You always bragging about my money. As a matter of fact, don't you owe me? But in my face, in my face, in my face, yeah, yeah. I wish you keep it real, cause you need to seriously chill. I thought you were cool, but I see I'm the one being played for the fool. Telling my business from coast to coast. I had a feeling you were doing the most. All in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Now I wish you would turn into a ghost and just disappear, cause I can't stand you being near. Boo, bye and goodbye, get from around me because you a fraud. Just get away from me. Ooh, Lord, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord. I can't stand them fries. Ooh, Lord, ay, 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 oh. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord, ay, 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 oh. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face? Ay, 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 oh. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ay, 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 ay. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ay, 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 ay. You tell me you my girl, but you telling all my business to that squirrel. I am like, what in the world? I know you were fake and phony when you said you were my homie. But for real, I know you jelly cause you lonely. You always bragging about my money. As a matter of fact, don't you owe me? Playing in my face, in my face, in my face, yeah, yeah. I wish you keep it real, cause you need to seriously chill. I thought you were cool, but I see I'm the one being played for the fool. Telling my business from coast to coast. I had a feeling you were doing the most. All in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Now I wish you would turn into a ghost and just disappear, cause I can't stand you being near. Boo, bye and goodbye, get from around me because you a fraud. Just get away from me. Ooh, Lord, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord. I can't stand them fries. Ooh, Lord, why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord, why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord. Ay, ay. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ay, 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 ay. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ay, ay, ay.
All right, what's going on, y'all? This is gonna be a brief live. It's gonna be a brief live. So, King Pang, if you want to use that single, we could talk business. 'Cause I'm sure, King Pang, that single will go with your show. I mean, it will blend in with your show. It will be one of the key things of your show because people playing in their face. You know what I mean? So it's top business. You can have rights to the song and all that. I'll sell it to you. Shit, I don't care. But anyway, let's get into it real quick. What's up? How y'all doing? How you doing? What's up, Cheryl? The spoiler right now. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your incessant support. What's up, Michelle's daughter? Tell Michelle I said hi. What's up, Philly T? What's going on, girl? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Detach. What's up, Detach? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Black Strawberry Apple says, "Hey, Sir King, I see you over at KRN. I came in late. Hey, to all that. What's up, Black Strawberry Apple? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you. Hoping you eat an apple a day keeps the doctor away. What's up, Michi Black? What's going on, girl? How you doing? Thank you for being here. Fun girl, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for bringing your fun self over here. Diva D, what's going on, Diva D? How you doing? Good to see you. Appreciate you. Please don't hit the live. Please don't hit the live. All right. So as I think it was Fun Girl. Was it Fun Girl? Sorry. Oh, it was Black Strawberry Apple. As Black Strawberry Apple was saying, I was over there on King Roman's News because I was listening and I felt bad, man. Like I felt bad, and I felt bad for King Payne. I did because I hate to say it, like there's always some niggas trying to destroy some shit. Right? That man up there presenting opportunities for people to get exposure that they would never get, and we got people up there talking about, but you in front of the man's face. Well, y'all know that we don't need him. If we all link up and put in our money, then we could have our own show. And I'm like, what? I'm like, are y'all really sitting up there doing that in that man's face? That was so, and I'm sorry, like, that was so low class. That is so low class. That man is presenting the dinner table for y'all, and y'all, some of them, not everybody on the panel, but acting like they about to knock over all the china, all the dessert, all the main course, and say, "Oh, let's get some KFC or Popeyes." I'm like, how y'all gonna do that? And then on top of that, if y'all do decide to do it, y'all know there's gonna be an issue about who put in what, who payment late, who get the fair share. So that was like, why would y'all sit up there and destroy an opportunity for a hypothetical that you know ain't coming to fruition? So that's why I got to tell her, I'm sorry, Keep Payne. I'm sorry, Keep Payne, that you had to sit up there and go through that. That was so disrespectful. That was just so damn disrespectful. And if you understand, that man putting up bands on top of bands, but he don't know an idea that's gonna even come to fruition. Now I know he had his first pilot, but he put, like he said, he not gonna put out that kind of money no more. You gotta hire photographers, you gotta fire editors, you gotta hire security, he said they gotta pay for food, he gotta get a chef. Now I know he said he was charging a fee, and I can understand that. Once he break down the cost of everything, I'm sure he gotta pay for furnishing. He gotta pay for clothing, because if some of y'all come up busted and disgusted like a booger wolf, he gotta sit up there and get y'all clothes. He gotta pay for maintenance. He said he even had to pay for insurance on y'all. I'm sure, because some of y'all tear up stuff, and then y'all go. He got even have insurance for himself. So it was phenomenal. Scorpio says, I'm so sick of Room Shaker, and she not even from our sector. That's what I wanted to say but did not say. It's like, damn, y'all fucking up shit. Like, for people fucking up shit that ain't even over here. And what's up, phenomenal Scorpio? How you doing? What's up, Patrice Cunningham? How you doing? But I was just like, damn, like y'all know how to mess stuff up. And then before, King Roman dropped the link, they were like, oh, King Roman shouldn't be part of the show. Y'all never asked King Roman where he want to go, did y'all? Sometimes the fans and the supporters can be so selfish. You didn't never nobody really ask King Roman where he wanted to go. Did King Roman have aspirations for 1 second, Urban? What you never know if King King Roman had aspirations for a bigger stage, and that might be the stage. I say he should go on it, but have his own rules of engagement. For real, for real. And then Lemon's working behind the scenes as, I guess, the talent scout, but that's probably the worst thing, because he might derail what King Playing got playing because of his somebody, talks bad at him. He flip at the flip of a coin. So, and then we had Ghetto Intellect. Now Ghetto Intellect thirsty as hell, coming out there like he Mike Tyson trying to box and asking if there's an age limit, which was fine. But then you go sit up there and tell that man he got what he's doing is a 360 deal times two. That was wrong. Then you gonna sit up there and say, nah, that ain't good, because it's like me giving you my first artist for free. Do you not know how many people who had to do things, who had to put on shows for free, who was at coffee shops doing what they call a spoken word or whatever kind of stuff they do, talent show Tuesday, and all that stuff. They were singing for free, traveling for free, going from here, hoping to get their big break, opening for people for free. And you like, nah, I'm not. Y'all, that man giving y'all a stage from going from nobody to somebody. And he not even really saying that, hey, whatever you get, I'm getting 50% of if you cross the $100,000 threshold. If he hears of a contract where you get $100,000, he get 10% of that. He ain't even saying nothing like that for what I heard. But y'all sit up there sabotaging that man. That's why I came up there and said, what are the penalties for if somebody violates a breach of contract? Because some of y'all will sit up here and do shit and not even know the ramifications or repercussions. Some of y'all can't read the language that's in a legal document that he probably gonna have y'all to sign. That's the sad part about it. So y'all gonna be violating stuff that you don't even know that's in the contract because you can't read or don't want to read or don't want to read to the last page. So that's why I want to say I apologize to, because I know how that felt, because I was starting my own entrepreneur endeavors over here in the beef sector, and Somebody had the nerve to sit up there and say, "Oh, why don't we just go do that over there?" And I was like, "Really? You really gonna do that?" So I understood where how he felt because it was done to me. Your own people do that shit to you because they think they could do it better, or they don't want to put down. They don't want to invest in something that they're getting immediate direct benefit from. They don't want to now have to pay for it. So while you put in the work, while you put in the sweat, while you put in the tears, while you put in all the hard brain power networking, putting out, building the brand, and now they part of the brand. And I'm not talking about Lemon. I'm talking about somebody else. Part of the brand. They don't want to even pay a nominal fee to keep things going, and then go recommend a way to destroy what you built because they're so disgruntled or they're so a leecher. So that's why I hopped on. I can understand where he came in when Room Shaker was sitting on the record. I said, "How could you do that in front of that man's face?" Let me drop the link real quick because some people want to say some things. But I was just like I said, how could somebody even say, "Oh, I'm"? And then y'all are non-talent. Y'all are non-talent, not y'all, but they are non-talent, meaning they are not established. That they're not established talent. Like King Payne kept saying, where's your portfolio? Where's your photo shoot? Where's your all these things that I could go and say, okay, you're at least established talent to some degree. Nobody got that. None of them have that. None of them. But y'all want talented, established money. What? Y'all want y'all want veteran y'all want veteran salary and y'all rookies in the game. I was just blown away. Like, oh, you gonna have to pay us. But y'all got nobody at work to substantiate the payment y'all think y'all should get. Yet he's putting out thousands on top of thousands of dollars for y'all. Mm-hmm. DVD says, all I want to say is if he wants it to succeed, he doesn't need malnourished, sickly looking people fighting. Have healthy people looking. But I think that was a situation where obviously he and Snoop went back, back and back for years and years, probably decades, and he was giving her opportunity. You know, 9008 says I agree. She was tacky as hell for saying that. I just couldn't believe it when I heard it. Like, yeah, we don't need that. Let's just come together and put our money together. And somebody was like, "What money? What money?" And then y'all know it's gonna be a dispute about money, about disbursement of funds and stuff. What's up, Doctor Soapy? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Bruce Labor says, coming in late, but yeah, ignorance has no boundaries. Some of that was sad over there. It was sad. It was sad. DVD says, some of our own people always try to tear down what you try to build because they can't do it. All I remember, DVD, all I picture was a crab. That's all I picture. And I was going to put a thumbnail of a crab on here, but, I wouldn't try to go that far. What's up, Southern Nobleman? How you doing? Good to see you. What's up, Michi Black? Let me see what you're saying. Proof Labor says that's the one. The one speaking aloud was even easy. I know. Wasn't even asked to join. They just mentioned their name. Oh, and not King Payne mentioned their name. Oh, she just mentioned somebody in I don't know, somebody in a panel mentioned her name and then oh, here she come. Lemon acting like it's his yeah, he see y'all gotta understand, y'all already know this because I told you this before countless and countless of times. Lemon had or tried out for a reality TV show. So he's motivated more than anybody because y'all may take this the wrong way. He was a failure at that before because he didn't make that show, right? He didn't make that show. So he's a failure at that. And now he's trying to redeem himself on the heels of King Payne. So he out here trying to recruit people and this and that and working behind the scenes and telling people to watch. And then if things don't, let me tell you, if things don't go well, right? Or he don't make it to be the whatever the finalist or something on the show, he gonna say, "Oh, if it wasn't for me, King Payne wouldn't have no show." That's how let me get. It wasn't me. I would have had King Payne would have had no show. He want to sit up there and fight everybody. He said he won't even fight King Payne. King Payne said this is not a fighting show, and he gonna sit down with each contestant and let everybody know this is not a fighting show. So Lemon already jacked up because like Lemon wants to fight everybody. Well, how you going to go into a show and be productive? And then they said, then King Payne says that you have because they're trying to joke, make fun of Krista. You're gonna have to be able to run. We don't know if Lemon can run, right? He said because of the challenges, you're gonna have to run. So that's pretty much saying people gonna have to be physically tested, and some people may not be able to do that. What's up, Urban? How you doing?
Big dog, what's going on?
Not much. How about yourself?
Good, man. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I saw you up there on King Roman's show. Uh the reason why I asked you to drop the link because I was shouting at the screen the same way you were when that
Mm-hmm.
conversation was going on. I was going to hit the link, but I got a phone call that took me away. And by the time I came back to the broadcast, King Roman was ending it. But I saw the majority of it. And I was greatly disappointed. And I feel for King Payne because, shout out to him for his patience,
Mm.
right? When you're a business owner, when you have a dream and you've already invested in your dream, and then you have, detractors and trolls and, fools just playing on your name and playing on your time. Because time is when
Mm-hmm.
you invest money in something, you realize how that's when you first realize how valuable time is. When you actually put money into something, you
Right.
realize how valuable time is.
Mm.
I think that he sees the talent and the potential, right? The potential in the B sector. So that's why he's extending some of that time. But you can tell his patience has gotten extremely thin.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think he thinks people are using this to enhance their relevancy and things like that. And like he said, I don't have to use y'all. I can go somewhere else to get other time, which is true. Which
Right.
is
Yeah.
true.
There's a lot of characters. I mean, there are a ton of characters out there, across the YouTube platforms, a lot of characters and a lot of different, in quotation mark, sectors. And so
Hmm.
he has a wide pool to pull from. And, for him to spend some time, you know, giving some attention to the B sector, is something that should be respected.
I agree.
I wouldn't even allow people that are known trolls up on the. First of all, this is a private should be a private conversation. But if they're having it in public, Kingpin already knows. I heard him say this that I understand that part of this is content, and I'm cool with that. But I don't want people, slandering my name and making fun of what I've invested money in.
Hmm.
But I wouldn't even allow if I have a guest on my platform that is willing to invest some money and time into talent, into people that are, a part of my platform, followers of mine. If you're spending your time to come to my platform, I wouldn't allow any known trolls up. So some of those people wouldn't even have been allowed to hit the link, right? Because you already know what they're going to bring to the platform, and they
Mm.
did exactly what they're known to do.
Yeah, it's that, and that's the sad part about the merging of the sector because over here we don't have like that troll stuff they be having. Like we don't. We really, if you think about the B sector, the people who are the mainstay, we content creators are about business and we're about content. We're not about that trolling mess. It does like you. You could maybe consider Shish Trish maybe in that buffoonery, but it's very few. They have a whole bundle of them, right? Um, and that, like you said, and they'll come up like they're serious, and then they'll derail the whole thing, right?
Right,
So
and that's their intention. They're not serious. They're there to derail things. They're there to. I hate the word trolling
yeah, I hate
because
it too.
it's really a word for, you know, in my perspective, for acting ignorant as
Yeah,
an
right.
excuse for being ignorant, right? Or
Excuse
for,
for bad behavior. Yeah.
right, for your immaturity. And the people in the B sector are grown.
Mhm.
A lot of them have, some of them I'm just surprised, and I'm talking about people that have merged in, as well, their careers and children.
Yeah, but
So
they haven't really grown up.
right, and this is what I'm saying. Like I'm obviously there's some serious chaos going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
If this is your public behavior, there's clearly some major chaos going on behind the scenes. It's
Mm-hmm.
not yet disclosed. So I feel bad.
Uh,
I feel bad for Kingpin. Go ahead, SK.
I did too. Phenomenal score versus SK. Why do you think Lemon wants KRN on the show so bad? Oh, he. You gotta understand, right? So I feel like he feels that he can ingratiate himself with King Pain by going and finding all these people that he feel will be a great addition for King Pain's show. The more people he finds, the more he feels a sense of endearment or connection with King Pain because but it's selfish because he himself Lemon wants to bring this to fruition so that he can then get a second chance at that reality TV show fame that he so desperately
Mhm,
wants, right?
mhm,
And that's why he wants. If oh King Roman, I got King Roman. Oh, let me go get Queen 88. Oh, let me get these people. Da, da, da. And then he'll be like King Pain knows that I'm the person that did it for him, and therefore
mhm.
he'll be endeared to me or indebted to me and all that. So yeah, so that's why.
Yeah, Lemon plays dumb often. Like I heard your commentary about. I caught a little bit of your show earlier where you talked about how that he already knows how to move
Yeah.
and being your co-host, right? And so this is what narcissists do. Pretending, looking for sympathy, right? It's always, but the extreme amount of selfishness. This goes with addiction. People who have suffered from addictions they're focused on one thing, feeding that addiction. So you
Mm,
drop dead right in front of them as long as they're feeding that addiction. So it goes to that extreme selfishness, and that goes along with narcissism as well. So you can just tell by how many times Lemon cuts Kingpin off when he's talking. Doesn't let him complete a sentence or expound on what he's trying to put forward.
yeah. It's
Uh,
sad. It's sad. It really is sad.
it's all about himself. But Kingpin is I've been watching his moves. Every time I get links, when I get a chance to go check them out, and he's smart enough to see the talent. Well, not excuse me. I wouldn't really say talent, but I would say he's smart enough to see the monetary value and the characters,
Hmm.
and he's having some patience. But I heard him say a link I listened to yesterday. He said that people are playing with his name and wasting his time, and he's already spent money, producing the show, putting on the show, right? And when Kingpin's very first reality show, people made fun of him for doing that. What they want to call a bootleg, reality show.
Hmm.
He's since been on a plethora of reality shows as well as been on um, network TV, right? On talk show related um, programs. So I felt
Well,
bad. Go
mhm.
ahead. Go ahead, SK.
No, I just feel like he needs to now. I'm sure he's been in communication thing. Hopefully, he ain't just been in Gate Lemon has been the middleman, but
Mm-hmm.
hopefully he's been in communication with a plethora of these characters to know who is serious and who's not. What's the people's reputation? Will they do the last minute, the 24th hour, 23rd hour, it didn't change and don't show up? So hopefully he's got a feel of these people since he's been around to understand who is true and come through and choose his cast from there. So,
Yeah, it
but
takes. Go ahead.
go ahead. I was going to read
Go ahead.
these comments. Go ahead before I read these comments
Oh no,
because I want.
I agree with you, and just like I was saying earlier that I admire his patience because he understands the beef sector because he created content here. He has roots in the beef sector, so I admire his patience with all the shenanigans when he's trying to get to the bag.
Right. Um. Okay. So let me see. QI is saying, "What's up, Kimberly Black?" QI says, in other words, the B sector brand is not based on office dysfunction like name of this show. In the B sector 2.0, this is why we want them to identify differently and change their name. I understand that QI, but if you want them to change their name, you gotta kind of have something that's sustainable. Meaning, those who are B sector, they don't hardly do no original B sector, don't hardly do no content. So you immediately saying if you want them to change their name, then the B sector itself kind of goes into a stagnant mode, right? And whatever name you give to these 2.0, then they continue with that they're wherever they are and propel forward. So it's not like the original B sector is still doing content out here, except for one or two or three. So, what's up,
I
Teron?
missed
How you doing? Go ahead.
I missed that SK that question. I had to step away for a second. What was the
She's
question?
pretty much saying that the lemon, and this show and the B sector 2.0, they don't represent the B sector, so that's why they should change their name to something
Uh,
else.
yeah,
But the B sector would then lose its somewhat current relevance because the original B sector, is not doing content like that. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's kind of the minutia.
yeah,
Um, there was something else you wanted to address in
yeah.
that question?
What's up, Teron? How you doing? Auntie Donna says the B sector is being trolled by trolls from other sectors. I definitely see that.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
I agree with that, Auntie Donna. I saw that with I don't want to call anybody's name, but obviously there were obvious
mm.
trolls that were trying to disrupt what was going on.
What's up, Mr. App? Mr. App said, I'm sorry, Mr. APT217 says YouTube is just a jump off sideways move. Yeah, well, I mean, YouTube is the jump off, is the train that propels people to where they want to go until they get there. QI says every other sector wants to come in under the B sector name and do B sector content. Yet, what RT the B sector can't do the same for? Okay, yeah, she's saying, but the B sector can't do that in other sectors. So,
Yeah, yeah, I see that. I definitely see that. I think the piece has kind of become pretty good at using content from other areas, but
mhm.
excluding from you know really being a part of the B sector. You're pretty much just used for content. I think the B sector's gotten pretty efficient at that. But when it comes to this show, so this is an independent thing that King Payne has set up. It's small. It's a small, it's a small network. But for the person who really has a desire to do something entertainment wise, even if it's just YouTube, it becomes part of your portfolio, and it's up to you as to how big you want it to blow up, right? So Lemon no longer has his previous page, but he had just about 8,000 followers. That's a large following. So if you learn how to monetize that following, right, and you have a show coming up, and to get all these people to support your show, you use crowdfunding, get them to donate. You say, look, I want to go to this show. I want to have an awesome wardrobe. I want to have spending money. I want to pull up in a limo. I want to do this. I want to do that. And your followers or your fans, they want to see you happy. They want to see you succeed. The people who truly support you, they're going to want you. They're going to want to see you shine, right? And this is where you get the advantage of being on something like this. It's up to you as to what you're going to turn it into. It's an opportunity to turn it into something much greater, and that's the potential that I see. But I don't know if people that are being spoken to actually realize that. You know what I
no,
see?
yeah, no, I hear you. What's up, That's A? How you doing? QI says Lemon plans to tarnish the B sector all while reaping the benefits. He is also trying to declare himself king of the sector, but that's thinking my live earlier. That's not going to happen for him because you can't talk to people the way you talk to them. He talks to them and think you're going to have nothing but success. You can't go to the producer of the show and say, I'm going ready to fight people and think that that's going to go over well. Like, it's just weird how he has that disconnect. Um, but yeah, what's up, Philly T? So yeah,
I do think some of the things I heard King Payne, not King Payne, but what's his name? What's his name?
King Roman News. Yeah.
Roman News. I did see where I think he kind of could get it, what was going on. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, you can go back to King Payne's roots and see that he started out on a low budget reality show. And his platform's still growing. If you look at Now That's TV, if you look at Lenny Plummer and his network, Zeus Network, these guys started out with a prayer and a dream, and there was no such thing as a subscription based black network, right? What the same thing Tasha K is doing now, and they kicked those doors in, and these guys are now millionaires. So I would never crap on anybody's dream.
Hmm.
When an opportunity is presented to you, be respectful, right? Do your
Right.
research, do your research, and looking at how you can springboard and launch yourself based off of that platform.
Yeah,
Especially
I agree. I
someone's
agree.
interested in either growing your YouTube page or growing your social media following or actually jumping into the entertainment business. So there's a lot of pluses there that you can look at. It's really a win-win situation if you go into it with the right mindset. Um,
And I just wonder if that what transpired was intentional sabotage, knowing damn well they weren't gonna be on the show potentially, and they did that to make sure nobody else gets an opportunity.
you're talking about
Yeah.
the trolls.
Well, that person in particular that said that situation regarding let's start our own thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the crabs in the barrel mentality, man. That's why I said that if that were my channel, I wouldn't let anybody up. I mean, everybody knows what's going on here in the sector. You know who the known agitators are, right? If someone hits your link right now, SK behind the scenes, when they hit that link, if you recognize their name, you already know what they're going to bring to your platform, correct?
Yeah, but see, I think that was impromptu though. Hold on, we got a special guest coming up. Okay, so I don't know if we're gonna play a clip for them or what. I don't know what clip is appropriate at this time. We'll just. Oh Lord, I'm not gonna play that one. Oh Lord. Oh, we'll play this one.
Every time the beat drop. Oh, hell no! Okay.
Oh, hell no.
What's up, Bertha Bay? How you
Sir
doing?
King, you ain't shit. You
Bertha
ain't
May,
shit. Can you hear me?
Yes, you alive? You okay? I was getting scared.
Yes, I
can you hear
am
me?
alive and well. Hi,
Yes, we hear you.
everybody. Hello,
Okay.
sir, on the panel.
All right, what's going on with you, Bertha May?
It ain't nothing. I come to chime in right quick.
What's a woman on our Fred Sanford show say? You fish eye fool. What's her name?
A
Esther.
fish eye fool. That's Aunt Esther. Hey, I wanted to say this too. Let me go ahead and say this. Y'all have to think that most of the people up there are people. I mean, they're not you know, originated from our
Mhm.
sector. So you have to think that they are over here to cause as much chaos and um, cons- just kick up dirt. Cause this is what I'm saying. Is this show really gonna happen?
Yeah, I think so. Just not.
Yeah.
Just not.
You think
Even if the
Lemon is
B-Section's
gonna
not
be in the
involved, King Payne's
house?
going to do it.
Lemon
I
But you
might
think
not
think
even make the cut. Lemon might not even make the cut. I mean, listen, they said that Lemon had a private conversation with him. Was like, look, you got to get your stuff in order.
they
Like,
asked Lemon, can he run? Hey, everybody in the chat, I'm sorry, y'all names are so crazy. So I'm gonna send a shout out and a hug to everybody. But I can't really read y'all names. But
feel you.
I'm thinking this is just a storyline. I don't think nobody go in no house and get beat up on. I just don't see it. I mean, it is.
Oh,
You did you see how Lady Snoop got whooped? I hate to attach to myself. I
well,
am.
she deserved to get whooped. You don't run up on nobody, sneak in there. Who?
Wait a
But,
minute, but she
but
didn't only get her ass whooped once. She got her ass whooped multiple times. Who is signing up at 40, 50, 60 years old to go fight?
Well, how would you have
somebody.
handled it, Bertha May, if a bunch of women jumped up on you on the show?
I'm not going to no show. I'm not meeting none of them niggas.
If you were
I'm not
there,
meeting.
if you were there, how would you protect yourself?
Is you crazy? I wouldn't be there, so we wouldn't even have to worry about me coming. I'm not gonna be around folks who can't listen. Lady Snoop can't even read, see Dick run, see Dick skip. She can't read nothing. Why would I be in the presence of Lady Snoop? I mean, we know that she graduated from the eighth grade, but she didn't work. She ain't go no farther. Why do I need to be in a company of her?
But you know what, Bertha May? So they were saying that Jay Wilson's going to be a part of the show, right? And
Nah, Jay Wilson ain't gonna be a
but
part of that.
hold on. This is what I think
Okay.
he's going to do. This is what I think he's going to do. When you ever watch reality shows and you see a person come out like Andy Cohen, who sits in the middle of the of the of the contestants, right?
Uh huh.
Of the stars on the show, and he shoots them questions. He has a little piece of paper. He flips open a little place card. He opens it up and says, "Well, Nene, why did you react this way?"
Yeah.
So I think that's what obviously that's what Jay Wilson is going to be doing. But the reason why I brought that up is because I think you would be a good person to do that as well.
No, because you know what? I think if you know what Jay Wilson is about them coins. He about them coins. So if they ain't talking about putting no money in Jay Wilson pocket, Jay Wilson ain't gonna be a part of none of that.
Yeah, I'm sure King Payne probably promised Jay Wilson some type of money to
Promise,
do something like
promise.
that, like to be a guest host, a reunion host.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. No,
And
no, 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 no. See, Jay Wilson, I think he didn't already. See, they didn't bamboozle him that first time. They didn't gave him a bunch of chicken wings and stuff. But you know they paid him with chicken wings and food. But Jay Wilson ain't. I mean, Jay Wilson can come on here for 20 minutes and people open up their pockets. So why should he go on there?
to answer that question,
Well,
I've watched. I have every time I get a link sent by King Payne, I have been checking out what he's been saying. And the show is it's just like if you ever watch, if anyone in the chat, the person that left that question, have you watched Big Brother? It is a reality show that's based off of the Big Brother reality show where you put a bunch of people in a house, you give them challenges, and then certain people are voted out of the house. It's pretty simple.
Okay. But that ain't good. They too ignorant. They too ignorant. You
that's
know
what
them folks ain't
but
go
y'all
ahead.
ain't really breaking down the film though with Lady Snoop. Why the hell did that dude pop out that SUV like that? And who was that? It was the man or boy who popped out the SUV when she tried to sneak that girl up from behind her. And
Yeah,
And who told
look,
Lady
look playing.
Snoop that she can sneak anybody? This bitch weighed 100 pounds and trying to run up on somebody. And then she talking about she suing folks. I'm telling you, Lady Snoop, please go hide, okay? You have made a tremendous fool of yourself.
oh, I
Now,
think I
this,
hold on.
I
I
feel
think
sorry for
hold on.
Lady
They
I
Snoop.
need,
think
they
I
I,
need
know who
you up.
this is.
They
Hold on,
need you
somebody
up
trying
in
to
there,
pull up.
Bertha, May throwing a couple
Hold on.
blows.
Hello, who's this?
Just trying to figure it out.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure I got it figured out. What's up?
Okay.
hey,
Hey,
Tess. Hey, everybody.
hey, everybody. Hey, Bertha May.
Hey, girl.
Glad to have
Um,
you back.
I,
who's that up there?
baby, by popular demand,
That's
I'm
just
back.
trying to figure it out.
Yes. I'm sorry I haven't been listening. I just came from Lemon's
Oh
house, so I don't
no.
know what's going
Not
on.
lemons. How you gonna come over here and
Hmm.
announce him?
I'm sorry, y'all. My
No, I'm just
bad.
playing. I'm just playing though.
My bad. I told Sir King I was going to come and hang out with him if he goes live.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate
Who
you
is,
honoring your word.
who is Urban Legend? Hey, Urban Legend.
All right, what's going on, Tiffany? I'm an old school follower of SK since the pandemic.
Don't say you're a
Okay.
follower.
I'm not known
Okay.
in the beef sector. I just dropped on the systems channel.
Don't say you're a follower.
I'm sorry if I disrupted your conversation, guys. I'll go on
Oh, no,
mute.
you
No,
good.
we were just talking about how Lady Snoop got her head knocked off 2 times and still talking shit. So somebody needs to go find her in that little old car that she drive and knock on that window so she can go ahead and run off and be scared again.
You got a
Lady,
little car?
the Lady Snoop, yeah, Lady Snoop drive a little clown car herself.
I
She
was
go
trying
off
to
in there
tell
and hide.
Lemon. I was trying to tell Lemon to kind of simmer down because all he's talking about is fighting on the
Mm.
show.
I think Lemon
So
think he Mike Tyson. I
I
think
told Lemon that he's not bigger than the program. I just told him, just kind of simmer down, and just,
I don't
get
think
on the
Lemon would
show
go there.
and
I don't think Lemon would go there. I mean, why would Lemon actually go? If you go there without glasses, somebody go slap his glasses off his head and his eye roll down the street. No,
Oh
He,
wow.
he's
I
definitely
don't
going to
think.
go because he went to Vegas and he what he did was he covered up where he felt self-conscious. Is
Who
there an
got an
echo?
echo? Somebody got an echo.
But we
Is that
maybe
talking
me.
you?
I'm
about going
sorry.
some.
Maybe me.
But we
Okay.
going somewhere talking about fighting now. You slap them glasses off his face. His damn eye rolled down the street. He got to get on his knee and look for his eye. People kicking him in his ass and strangling him with his do rag. No.
I believe he's going to show up, but I think that it is possible that he may blow his opportunity because of his antics.
I agree.
I
But I
think
do
he's
I do
doing that on
believe that he
purpose.
will. I do
I
believe
think
he
he's
will show
self
up.
sabotaging on purpose.
I think he'll show up. I think he'll show up.
And
Yeah,
Um,
I think he would show up
how
as
long he'll
well.
you
last? How
do?
long he'll last is
He
another
would
thing
show
because he
up.
may act up so
Okay.
much
So
that he kick
what
off the
about
show.
Vegas? So are y'all really saying that it's really gonna be a Vegas in more? I mean, next month.
Yeah, limitation is next month.
According to
So
Lemon, yeah.
y'all really think that this is going down?
According to Lemon,
Yeah, I agree. Like we said, I think it's going down, but I don't think Lemon will. I think Lemon's going to hurt himself because he's already got the mindset that he's going to want to fight, and I don't think King Payne going to be on that kind of time. And
yeah,
King
King
Payne
Pain's
don't
already
need
said that
Lemon.
it's not a fighting show. That's not
Yeah,
what
but
it's
I
about.
think he's saying all of that so people can like, ooh, lemon is dangerous. So you gotta, and so
No,
I
Bertha
really think
May.
that, huh?
But you have to understand, Lemon, his whole persona is Billy Badass. Right? That's all he talk about is beating up people. It's not an abrupt shift from what he does nightly. I'm gonna kick your ass. Pull up, pull up, pull up.
Yeah,
So
but
he
that's
Mhm.
just talk. How many people is he actually going beating up? Come on now.
right, but
You
that's what
see
I'm
how
saying.
he
That's what
is so never. I mean, he is so infatuated with King Roman. I'm talking about he think King Roman is Donald Trump to him.
because he has something. I mean, King Roman has something that Lemon doesn't have. Right?
A pair of
Lemon,
tennis shoes that didn't
yeah,
come from Timu.
mm.
That's the
King
only
Roman.
thing I can see.
King Roman has a loyal, genuine following. Lemon knows that those
Oh,
that support him really don't ain't there for him.
Mhm. Yeah,
oh,
yeah, I agree with that. Lemon's smart enough to know who has a following, and so it's about clout, right? And so Lemon can earn clout off of the other people that are going to be on the show. So he knows that King Roman has a little following. King Roman has clout. He knows Shakim has clout.
yeah. What do he do with that cloud? I mean, what is Lemon's
Attention.
goal?
It's
What
about
is
attention.
the final? What I mean, what is all the cousin folks out there? I mean, what is he here for?
That's all about today, Bertha May. Attention, right? For a narcissist, uh,
You
for
got his mama in the background cussing him out. She wanna be free. So what is his? I mean, what is his goal?
it doesn't make any sense, but it's about people that get attention from being online. Right? They don't get
Okay,
attention in real life. They don't get attention in real life. There's something empty, and
okay. So
there's a horrible echo.
so you think he's
So
actually attention starved?
right, it's about missing something in your real life, and you get it online. You feed that online. I think that's what drove Lemon the first hits with King's Link was that attention, and that's like they talk. Jay Z has a line where he talks about fame is the worst drug known to man. That's the best way I can explain it. It's like an addiction. It's a dopamine addiction. The attention. I make the most money in the B sector. I'm the biggest, I'm the largest. I can whoop everybody. It's
I
all
agree.
about the attention.
What's up,
Uh,
Dovey? Bertha, I had to mute you because that echo was coming from your mic. Because Tiffany, Justin, just figuring out is muted, so I had to mute you to eliminate the echo. I'll mute you now. We had the echo. Um, okay, so I want to read this comment real quick. Let me. Sorry, it was from. Hold on, April. Okay, April Rain says, if the reality show is not a fighting show, then what are they there to do? He hasn't said what the premise of the show is. Well, he pretty much said it was this House of Pain, and I guess they're gonna do challenges and see. I guess he wasn't trying to give away that, but I guess they're gonna do challenges to see who stays in the house.
right. It's based off of it's based off of that reality show trend that if you've ever seen Big Brother, if you haven't, people are in a house all together and people are voted off every day or every couple of days, however they put it together. And so it's about giving challenges, obstacles that people go through. And then at the end of those obstacles, there's a voting. You take a vote and decide who's going to stay in the house, who did the challenge the best, who's going to stay in the house. And then little by little, you whittle it down to the last person standing in the house. Kind of like Survivor, but in a in a large mansion.
Right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just mm. And then on top of that, I mean, if you look at the limit effect, can he be who he say he is without the liquor? And that's gonna be the issue. So we shall see. But I mean, I dropped the link again. I know you dropped down, but we had the echo situation. So if you want to hit the link again, but thank you for coming up, Bertha. If you had to leave, but yeah. So we shall see. I just wanted to come live and talk about that whole situation I saw where they trying to tear down that man's production. I didn't like that. So
Yeah, I felt the same way, SK. The apology, when you said you apologized, I was feeling the same, like, man, this is embarrassing because, even though, like I said, it's a small operation, it's his operation that he's invested
mhm.
money. And for him to take his time to even, provide the opportunity,
Right.
I felt bad for the trolling and the disrespectful comments and the people that don't have an interest at all in seeing a successful show. They just want to create chaos,
Chaos. Yeah.
you know, out of content, and they don't have any interest in a successful show at all.
None.
So I
And
felt
it was sad. And it was sad. I mean, it was sad to see. So
right when you're self-funding something and your dream. I believe in people pursuing their dreams. We only have one life to live.
right. Exactly.
When I said the other day about living in the shadow of your potential, if you have a dream, you should be pursuing that dream.
Hmm.
That's what life is about.
I agree.
You feel me?
I feel you, man. Like I said, I feel you. So, but that's all I really want to say. Thank you for trying to figure it out. Appreciate it. Rico Cassiano says the childish people ain't ready to be on the show. First, they're socially awkward. Well, some of it. I agree. I agree. I think
Yeah,
you're going to
a
see a
lot of
lot of people
people
freeze up.
are awkward.
Yeah.
A lot of people, we're not talking about skilled actors. We're talking about regular people.
Yeah. But then they came with the idea of having live streams. So, the live
Yeah,
stream. So,
IRL. That's what's popular now. Like
yeah.
to not live streaming things so that it's in real time. So really, that's the B sector roots, right? It's
Hmm.
interactive and it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, SK.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take no
All
more
right.
of your time
Well,
today.
thank you. Appreciate you coming up.
Yeah, but I wanted to
Thank
ask
you.
you before you go, man. Did you enjoy your holidays? Did you find some peace and solitude? And did you get
No, no. I'm busy trying to resolve my phone issue. So yeah, yeah. So I
all right?
mean, it's been mostly resolved. There's still some lingering effects, but yeah.
How do you
So
feel going into the new year? Do you feel
uh,
positive? Do you feel
um,
upbeat? Are
I
you
feel a little bit on
anxious?
ease. I feel a little bit on ease because of what's going on with Trump and Greenland, and our
Right.
allies turn against us. So that's never a good thing. What's up, the Queen Bee for you reacts? How you doing? That's never a good thing. So I understand it,
Right.
but I don't like the method that we're going about it.
Yeah, that's a long discussion. I know you don't have time to get into it now, but
Yeah,
I, love to get into that to give my perspective being in the military. But yeah, so
yeah, yeah.
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah. I mean, you can't. I got told. I think I did my last time. I said lemon is the U.S. Right? Lemon is like the U.S. Creating enemies and separating yourself from everybody, and having your allies who will want to support you go to your enemies. So,
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but there's 8 countries, 8 NATO countries that have
mhm,
placed their military
yeah,
in Greenland.
yeah. I saw Canada was one of them.
So
I don't,
this is something that is brand new,
yeah,
and there's so much to talk about in regards to
it
this.
is.
Yeah,
So much we don't even know that's going on. Like that's a big deal. Like you moving military over there.
they're basically forming a blockade just in case something is launched on our side, military wise, to overtake Greenland, and the NATO has placed themselves in the middle to prevent that. But these are our allies,
Right,
and NATO's policy is one against us is one against it. It puts all of us against that
right.
one. So that the NATO policy, is that if somebody comes against us, then we're all against that one individual. And so that places the U.S. on the opposite side. It places all of NATO against the U.S. When you attack a NATO country, all these other NATO countries have pledged to attack you.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I say I'm a little bit on uneasy. Not as bothering me day to day, but it's on the back of my mind because you never know when things happening actually happen. Right? You find out a little bit later, an hour later, 2 hours later. So yeah, just pray that God intervenes. So,
It looks like he may be backing down. You never know with Trump because he's very unpredictable.
unpredictable.
That's one thing about he's very unpredictable.
And he'll set up the okey doke. He'll tell you no, and then prepare to do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know.
this is historically, if you know his history, this is his negotiation tactics to go hardball.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take off the table that I'm going to invade you military wise. I'm not going to take this off the table. I'm going to put pressure on you. If you don't agree, I'm going to keep increasing your tariffs. This is actually his style. This is something he's done his whole life. And so we're seeing this play out in diplomacy, not in real estate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, so a lot to talk about, but I'm not going to tie up any more of your time, SK.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming up and hitting the link. Appreciate your insights. So yeah. So
Always a pleasure, big dog. Always a pleasure to visit the nation. Shout out to everybody out there. It's always a pleasure to drop in on the Avatar Nation.
appreciate it.
All right, SK.
Well, pleasure to have you. Thank you, Urban.
All right, ciao.
Thank you. Ooh, Lord. Thank you. Appreciate you. Have a good one, Urban. All right, y'all. That is pretty much all I really wanted to say. I wanted to just put my, flag in the sand and just let people know like I don't know. I understand what King Payne's going through, so you know, people trying to ruin your shit. But you know that Shamar did that too. Not Shamar over here. Shamar, what you want to call him, an entertainer? I guess the wannabe rapper with a disability with one side to the left or the right. He did that too. He was on a reality show and he just like blurted out what was supposed to happen on the show or what was the game plan for the show. Pretty much ruined the show and they shut down the show. Because of that, because it was no, I guess, no sense of knowing what. Why would you watch a show when you already know what's going to happen, right? So he pretty much spilled the beans. So, which is sad because people put money in investments. But like I told Ghetto, I was like, you put money into the stock market, not knowing if you're going to get a return. So, yeah. But that's all I got to say. Y'all have a good one. I'll be back, baby. Maybe not. Please don't do the live, and if you want to, feel free to send a gesture $ Circuit and Crown. Um, and regarding like what Bertha May was saying, do we think it's going to happen? I think it's going to happen, but it's going to happen with or without us. That's the thing what the people fail to understand. It's going to happen with or without us. So you're welcome to attach. Yes, trust the process. It's going to happen with or without us. So some people better get in line if they want to be part of that. But I don't think some people need to be a part of that. And I think sometimes maybe the universe prevents you from being part of something so it don't lead to your demise. Because I don't think Lemon can ever handle what Lady Snoop handled. You being online getting your ass whooped, Lemon couldn't handle that. He would be embarrassed to the high heavens. Them snatching off his do rag, and then he can't find it because one eye not working, and then he can't sit up there and chase after him because he's got some kind of deformity with his legs. Child, he can't handle that. That boy cannot. If you been around Lemon and you know Lemon long enough, and if you had the ability to interact with him behind the scenes, you know one thing he cannot handle is negative critique. Now, magnify negative, consistent critique times millions and thousands out on the public domain for the rest of your life. Especially being a man, and no offense, I'm not trying to put two worlds into it, but getting your ass kicked being a woman is totally different than being your ass kicked being a man. And I'm just gonna say that because men, like, they pride themselves in not getting their ass whooped, but you gonna have that on, you know, national television or not, whatever, internet, virtual, viral, for people to comment, break down, replay, rewind. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? Because sometimes the things we ask for are the things that we wish we never got. And I honestly don't feel Lemon going to handle that. If he is going to handle it, it's through alcohol consumption or whatever substance that he drives him to. So I honestly don't think he should go. But I know that's what he wants. That is what he wants. But that's not going to propel you to stardom. King Perry already told him, like, no, you get paid off affiliate links. King Payne never even said you get some kind of advance. Because that's why the whole show with Sean Brownie, I said that show would have been a hit if he only paid them something. But when they realized he didn't pay them nothing, I mean, then they were like, well, he doing this and we didn't get paid. That's all they kept coming back to say. We did not get paid nothing. But at the time, that's not how that reality TV industry works. You don't get paid anything. Look at the dude from making the band and all that. They didn't get paid nothing. They got basic. So that's all I got to say. Y'all have a good one. Y'all take care. I'm going to end on the song Playing in My Face, which I think is right, appropriate for this situation. Bye, y'all.
Tell me you my girl, but you
Hold on.
telling all my business to that squirrel. I am like, what in the world? I know you were fake and phony when you said you were my homie. But for real, I know you jelly cause you lonely. You always bragging about my money. As a matter of fact, don't you owe me? Turn in my face, in my face, in my face. Yeah, yeah. I wish you keep it real, cause you need to seriously chill. I thought you were cool, but I see I'm the one being played for the fool. Telling my business from coast to coast. I had a feeling you were doing the most. All in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Now I wish you would turn into a ghost and just disappear, cause I can't stand you being near, boo. Bye and goodbye, get from around me because you a fraud. Just get away from me. Ooh, Lord. All in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord. I can't stand them fries. Ooh, Lord. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face? Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? You tell me you my girl, but you telling all my business to that squirrel. I am like, what in the world? I know you were fake and phony when you said you were my homie. But for real, I know you jelly cause you lonely. You always bragging about my money. As a matter of fact, don't you owe me? Playing in my face, in my face, in my face. I wish you keep it real, cause you need to seriously chill. I thought you were cool, but I see I'm the one being played for the fool. Telling my business from coast to coast. I had a feeling you were doing the most. All in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Now I wish you would turn into a ghost and just disappear, cause I can't stand you being near. Boo, bye and goodbye. Get from around me because you a fraud. Just get away from me. Ooh, Lord. All in my face, all in my face, all in my face, all in my face. Ooh, Lord. Ooh, Lord. Ooh, Lord. I can't stand them fries. Ooh, Lord. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord. Why you playing in my face, in my face, in my face? Ooh, Lord. Ooh, Lord. Ooh, Lord.
All right, thank you, thank y'all, thank you. Trying to figure out. Thank you also to Bertha May. Thank you, Urban, for coming up and hitting the link and sharing your thoughts. With that being said, I'm out of here. Please don't do the live as you exit, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all. Have a good one. See you later. Ooh, child.